It's Friday the 15th of March, and today it's being widely reported that the evidence that the FAA found at the crash site of Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 that prompted the grounding of the entire 737-8 and -9 MAX fleet of aircraft was the stabilizer jack screw. The stabilizer jack screw is that component which adjusts the pitch trim of the aircraft by raising and lowering the leading edge of the horizontal stabilizer. The jack screw found at the crash site in Ethiopia was found to be in the full nose down position. This piece of evidence, when corroborated with the other two pieces of evidence, one, a distressed radio call from the Ethiopian pilot saying he was having troubles controlling the aircraft and needed to return to the airport, and two, enhanced ADS-B or satellite data that showed that the Ethiopian flight was having trouble maintaining altitude after takeoff and gaining speed. This enhanced data, when compared to the Lion Air flight that crashed in Indonesia, is compared side by side. The two data streams look remarkably similar. It's these three pieces of information that prompted the FAA to ground the entire fleet. My name's Juan Brown. I'm a commercial airline pilot, currently right seat on the Boeing 777 aircraft here in the States. I'm also an FAA authorized airframe and power plant mechanic. And now let's go inside and look at a little more detail of what we know so far. Here's a very rough block diagram showing the location and function of the horizontal stabilizer jack screw. Electrically operated, normally receiving manual inputs from the pilots or autopilot, or the new controversial maneuvering characteristics augmentation system via the flight control computers, the FCCs. Here's another view, this time with the nose pointing to the left, of the horizontal jack screw actuator and the mechanical relationship between the horizontal stabilizer and the elevator control. Here's a generic view of a horizontal stabilizer with the pitch trim indicator markings at the leading edge. As you extend the jack screw, you raise the leading edge of the horizontal stabilizer, producing nose down trim. In the event of a runaway trim, crews are provided with two stabilizer trim cutout switches, electric switches, which cuts off all electric power to the stabilizer trim system. The stabilizer trim cutout switches are located here on the forward pedestal, and then crews on the 737 can manually trim the aircraft using the trim wheels. Another way of stopping the stabilizer trim is by manually grabbing these trim wheels, which rotate anytime the stabilizer jack screw is in operation. Here's the location of these components in the cockpit, including the pilot's pitch trim control switches on the yoke. If a trim malfunction is not stopped in a timely fashion and as speed builds, the aircraft will soon become uncontrollable as the stabilizer jack screw reaches full extension and the horizontal stabilizer reaches full nose down trim. The control forces are simply too powerful to overcome. All this evidence needs to be corroborated with the flight data recorders and the cockpit voice recorders, and the question needs to be answered if this was a result of a MCAS anomaly, and what are the human factors involved with the crew? Did they do the correct procedure? And if not, why not? As we get more developments, we'll keep you posted. See you here.